Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy, and today I'm just out here working in my garage. Got a lot going on. For those of you guys who were on the live with us on Monday night, we showed you the shed situation. So here it is, guys. We literally just finished. So that's where we're gonna keep it, right next to my master built grill. And that's it. So we left a little space to walk. I have no idea what those poles are, by the way. And then come over here, and that's the shelf that I'm not sure if I'm going to use or not. I'll show you the inside here. So there's a little place you can throw a lock on there. Do that. And that's kind of what we're dealing with, guys. It's kind of dirty in here. I need to sweep, but yeah. 8 by 7.5. And you could hang things from here. I could put that shelf right there, but I'm going to put, I measured it out. I have 2 of those 7-foot racks on each side. Thinking that's the best course of action. And of course, pretty high ceiling. What do you guys think? Did we do okay? So we have the 8 by 7.5 shed. It's not going to replace the 15 by 10 storage unit that we have, but I have to tell you, it's with some selective sourcing from this storage unit, we're going to be able to at least retain a lot of the good stuff. Now, you can see here, I'll show you this video, and it's just an overview real quick of the mess that Archie came over and helped me this morning go through, at least initially go through the storage unit. And this will give you an idea of what I have to deal with. This is it, guys.
See, I disagree. I think all this would absolutely fit in that storage or in your shed.
I don't think so.
You just got to stack it. I mean, here's the thing, though. You got to get rid of some of this stuff that you
No drugs were involved in the making of this video.
At least not now. Maybe afterwards we might have to take something.
I mean, look at all this. We're talking, this is actually a 15 by 10 unit. Now here are the dog ramps that I marked these things down to like $30 plus shipping. They're at $50-something. They sell for like $70-something shipped. These might end up on the side of the road somewhere.
Here's the issue.
These Rico transfer units.
Dude,
and
I would just
there's a ton of the Rico transfer units. I've already made my money on these. I'm into this whole lot, plus like the 10 I've sold, for $120. So I've sold about $50 each plus shipping. They sell every one every 2 to 3 months. So I ain't trying to sit on these any longer. So these might be on the roadside near you at some point.
I still think you'd list it on Marketplace. For how many do you have?
Oh, there's at least 30 here.
Dude, I'd put $50 for all of it. So that way somebody can make money.
Yeah.
And dude, that's $50 in your pocket and they have to come and grab it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So lots of appliances, coffee makers. I need to get these things out today because right now is the time for coffee makers. People don't buy, from my experience, people don't buy these coffee machines in the summer. They tend to buy them in the fall. And here's a bunch of printers, some chest waders.
These should have been listed like a month ago.
Got a ton of stuff. And you say these should have been listed, but I have better stuff to list, so that's going to get the attention first, and this is going to sit. So that's what we're dealing with right now. So we're going to take the best stuff over to the storage unit right now, or to the shed, that is, right now, and get it in place without the racks for right now. Apologize for the audio on that clip. Probably wasn't the greatest. We didn't have our mics with us, and it was one of those things where we went to go and pull the stuff that I was not going to sell. Maybe like we encountered we had 4 sinks in there, and of the 4 sinks, 3 of them were broken or had damage. So those are going in my large item pickup. It just so happens to be Thursday morning large item pickup, which allows us to put anything smaller than a small couch. And we're talking large boxes, but we can put as many large boxes as we want to out there. So we had 4 sinks. 3 of them were messed up. One of them is brand new condition. I'm going to sell that. We brought over other things as well. I found this ottoman. Was in the box, and it's a foot massager. So you're propping your feet up under the desk or whatever, and then you have a tired day at work, and you hit the button, and it opens up a little thing, and you slide your feet in, and it's a really nice unit. The only problem is the thing wouldn't power on. I mean, it looked brand new. The thing just wouldn't function, which is probably why it was returned. So, here I have things like this that have been sitting. A brand new Brother printer, and still has the brand new toner. I don't know, though. I didn't see if this printer had, and maybe I'm going to have to crack this thing open because, oh, here it is. We do have a power cable. So my assumption is, this is all customer returns, by the way. It's been sitting in the storage unit for at least 6 to 8 months. And it's a AC controlled unit. So there's nothing wrong with storing this stuff in that AC controlled unit. This needs to get listed, which is what I'm working on right now. My assumption is that this thing is working because it has all the blue tape on it. But I believe it would be doing not only myself, but my buyers a disservice if the thing with liquidation is you never want to just assume stuff about. You can't let the perceived condition or what appears to be, wow, this looks to be new, affect your process where you're still at least testing the thing out. Now, I'm not gonna pop in anything in here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to crack open this power cable, and yeah, I better use the one that it comes with. I have some down below. I didn't want to open this baggie, but it's fine. Even the tape that was holding this printer inside the bag, even the tape that they used appeared to be factory instead of someone's just random tape gun. So you look for little signs like that to help confirm that everything is okay. But all I'm going to do here is a power on test. I'm not going to insert a toner cartridge in here and try to print out a sheet or anything like that. It's still in open box new condition. Now I plug this thing in. I can hit the power button. Power button comes on. And by the way, the lights went off only because I have to. Yeah, this thing's brand new. I turn off the lights because the main plug that I have, and this is a part of the problem as well that I'm having. Let me just turn my light on again here real quick. This is just me, non-edited, talking to you guys. The way I have it set up right now, I have the main plug that's plugged into a short extension cord, the main plug for this power bank. But I don't have a dedicated plug, a 3-prong plug. I have a regular plug, but not a one that's 3-prong. So when I encounter one of these 3-prong plugs, say that fast 3 times, then I need to unplug the whole thing and just go with it. And sometimes that means it's going to be a little bit more difficult to see, but it's fine. It serves its purpose, and it's the fastest way for me to get going. So yeah, this thing looks great. Very happy that I stumbled on it, in that, when I was telling Archie, I said, look, this is kind of fun for me. You could look at it as kind of a stressful situation where you're just going to be stressed about the whole thing of having to get all the stuff in storage, bring it home, and that 8x7.5. Still don't even know how I want to set it up, because I do know that a lot of the stuff that's in that storage unit is never going to make its way back here. There's just not going to be enough room for it. So for me, I need to take a photo of this here real quick. But for me, it's a combo of things. I've had the storage unit for another couple weeks before I have to decide if I'm going to turn it back in, or I keep it for another month. And basically keeping it another month just buys me some additional time. One thing I have to do tonight is I have a bunch of these Rico transfer kits. I have 31 of them. That's left. I had bought, when I bought them initially, it's like 45 I had. So over time, over the last year, we've sold about a dozen. And we were into those transfer kits for, I think, I bought roughly 50 of them for 120 is what everything was out the door. I just had to go pick the pallets up. There are two, it's like a pallet and a half. I made my money already. I think we made about $500. Now this is all before shipping, so shipping's on top of that. Of course, eBay fees come into play. So let's just conservatively say that I made about $300 on that lot. And there's room to make more because it does have value. These are factory sealed units. But it just boils down to supply and demand. I mean, that's an older unit. It's for an older machine. And most people have by now bought new machines. They don't need that particular model. And of course, these are available to those who are coming across no availability for a transfer kit should they need one, and therefore my listing's there. They grab it and all's good. But if there's only so many people that need that item, then I am sitting and waiting for the unicorn buyer. And I really want to really minimize the number of items that I'm selling that require the unicorn buyer. The unicorn buyer is the buyer that absolutely is not on eBay every day. They come around every so often, and I'm not the only one with that item up for sale. So I'm fighting for very, very limited market share when that unicorn buyer does come looking for that transfer kit. And here I am sitting on product. So I don't want to do that. Now for others, if it's really based on your situation too. So if I had a warehouse, I would embrace purchases like that all day long. I would be excited about those kind of purchases because I know they sell. I know I'd have room, but that's why my business is so different than other people. We're just different. And I'm making decisions based on my situation, not what somebody is having to deal with or dealing with within their own business on a YouTube video. That's why you shouldn't either. What I'm dealing with is my own unique situation, and you shouldn't allow it to influence you. I had someone message me that, or at least on one of the videos, put that because of my video, they went out and found liquidation, a pallet, they bought it, and it was one of the worst decisions they've ever made. Now, I would have told that person, had they contacted me, that if they didn't do it right, that it was probably going to be one of the worst decisions they ever made. And with liquidation, you really have to go into it knowing what you're doing. And if you just don't have any idea, if something looks promising, that's really, it's really tough to make a buying decision when you're not used to doing it. So that's why if you're new to liquidation, I would be very, very careful because there's so many mistakes that you can make. And don't allow someone like me to influence you at all on that. So this one here, I recognize the tag. Apparently this is a factory refurbished unit. I bought this one locally, not on a pallet. So if I bought this one locally, there's a very, very good chance that I'm not into this thing for more than like $5 at this particular place. So, very interesting. But so it looks new. It's really factory refurbished, but it's never been taken out or tried out. So it does power on. So I'll take that label off. So this one is, have the serial number on here. I just want to make sure that, you can never be too careful. So the serial number matches what's on the box. That's excellent. Trying to get the number on this thing, but I guess I have the UPC. I could try to fire that thing up. Here's a pet peeve. Whenever you get Amazon liquidation, they love to put these stickers on. If you're not careful, when you try to peel them off, it'll leave like, like how a void sticker leaves like a residual sticky. It doesn't have a message on there, but it's obvious that I think it's a message to Amazon that this is a return, and maybe they see a box that's up on FBA that has that. Someone tried to take the sticker off, but yet weren't successful. It's a red flag that it is from customer returns liquidation, and they don't want their old liquidation merchandise being sold on their platform. See? So what I do is I take the heat gun, and a lot of times they put these labels on here to cover up the old mailing label. One pet peeve that I used to have with these boxes was they would take a box cutter and they'd cut the hell out of the box to remove the label that way, and it really was just a bad look. It really was, it looked bad. I mean, it hurt the integrity of the box, number one, and it just looked bad. So I would rather take my heat gun. I have one of these Porter cable. A lot of the stuff I have is Porter cable. I don't even know if they make Porter cable anymore, but we bought this about 5 or 6 years ago, and we have our drill that's that old and Porter cable, and I can't find it anymore. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now I'm carefully doing this. I don't have the heat up on this gun. You could really turn the heat up on this thing if you really want to, but I'm not trying to hurt myself by burning myself. Okay, so that's the best I'm going to do. There's ways to take it off. So I've taken this off carefully, but you could see what I'm talking about. It leaves like a residual sticky pattern on here. It doesn't say anything, but at the same time, Amazon knows if they get it in their warehouse, this is going to be a problem. So yeah, that's what we have. So now I have to figure out what the hell is this. This is an HLL460. So I really don't have a whole lot dedicated to say on this video. Maybe just whatever happens or whatever's talked about is talked about. Damn it, what happened to it? I think I had it and it's not here now. Okay, there it is. HLL2460. HLL2460 printer. There we go. So now this is factory refurbished. I don't know if it's going to give me that as an option, but we'll see. I see that brand new is $149.95. I see a used one says works, see video for $100. So it's going to be somewhere around there. Open box $145. So I don't know. Just try to find the one that looks the best. I guess that's the one that looks the best, and we'll go with it. And so my process is I am selling one like this. I have the photos already. So I'm going into photo room. I don't use eBay's tool because eBay's tool is, to me, is worthless. Doing a batch. And I only took 3 photos, which is a shame. I should have taken more, but it's okay. I'll find a way to make this a little bit better. I'll edit my AI or my background removal photos, and then I will upload them for now. So this is sort of a temporary deal to where I upload them. Okay. And then I have them in the listing. I won't launch the listing until I get in my office. So I have like 3 or 4 that need to go. So I'll make sure to do that. And this has just been sitting in my, oh good, I love this. Excellent refurbished. So it allows me to have this as refurbished. And yeah, all's good. All's good with that. Even though it's factory refurbished. And the thing with refurbished, it's a very secretive program that eBay has. They didn't even want me talking about it, so I'm not going to spill the beans here. But what I will say is that you need to make sure that everything is as clean as possible, as tested as possible, and it needs to be complete. There's a number of things that you need to do to make sure that the item is worthy of being refurbished before you can call it refurbished. And so far, we've maybe sold about a dozen items since being a part of the refurbished program like last year. We haven't sold a whole lot like that. I've been very careful not to list items as refurbished unless I can actually do everything that's on their list that they require. And the thing that people don't know is the benefit to the buyer of buying refurbished versus open box or buying something that's used is that you get the 1 year of Allstate protection, the warranty protection, for free. It comes with the purchase, which is good. It's a good selling point. And I say that because it's not secret information, because if you go to buy a refurbished item right now, it's going to tell you that that's a benefit. Really, I don't understand why eBay is so secretive about their refurbished program, to be honest with you. So something like this, median price is $104. I'm going to go $129.99 plus shipping. They can, I don't know if my markdown sale's touching anything over 100 right now. I don't think my coupon is either. So, I'll take offers if it's sitting around long enough. It's on the scale right now, which is what I'm doing. I'm actually figuring in what my shipping's going to look like. So 18 pounds. And this is calculated. So you want to be accurate here. 20 by 17. And we're talking by 12. It's just barely over 11. So 20, 17, 12. And what's cool is on the app, not on the PC, but the app, you set a policy. Like I have USPS Ground Advantage. So 18 pounds by 20 by 17 by 12. It's telling me that Ground Advantage is anywhere from $40, which is if I sold it locally in town, to $87.70, which is probably Florida or Maine or something like that. So that tells me it's rather high. So I have a calculated FedEx policy. If it'll let me change it here. And that one, if I apply that, is anywhere from $12.82 to $67.26. So that's the one that we're going to go with. And now what I do is my nose is itching for some reason. It seems like every time I get on camera, my nose itches. It's a phenomenon only YouTubers will understand. So I'm going to put I have a numbered system here. So I'm going to put my number on the package. This is a number 1127. I've got to find a location for this thing. So I think this will fit nicely up here. It does in G5. G5 is where that's located. And it's 1127. And I can get this information through on the computer as far as the cost per item. I'm just saying this is going to be a $10 cost. I really don't No, it could be cheaper, it could be more, just depending on the lot that it was in. And I'm just going to save it for later. I'm going to go back in, and once I get some of these completed, I'm going to assign an item description based on what Amazon has to say about these items, and we're then going to launch it. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Getting back into the groove, guys. I was sick last week. It was very, very difficult. Bear with me a second here. Nope, I don't have it. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to list. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to list over there. So I'm just going to hang with you guys and ramble for a while, if that's okay. We have this part, auto part, looks like. Has some accessories that this part comes with. And a lot of this stuff, I have no clue what it is. Oop, this is good to know. I have no clue what a lot of this stuff is. So I have to literally go back in to where I bought this stuff, if I can find the page, and see what it is. So there's a unique code on here that I can fire up. So I can do that. I got to tell you, it's really nice out here. It's like 75 degrees it's windy outside. And I have the garage door open because I'm here for it, guys. I am all about this wonderful weather. And that may not sound very good, but if you're used to the Vegas summers, this is what we live for. Oh, it's saying that my password's compromised. My DoorDash passwords are compromised. I got a lot of compromised passwords, huh? Ouch. I guess I'm going to have to get in here and mess with this later. I get kind of sidetracked when something pops up on the phone. It's like, oh, what's that? So I'm trying to find out what this part is, and I have a list of items that I've picked up recently. Thankfully, these sites are very good about keeping this data for us. I think it is a pump, or maybe not. No, it's not a pump. It could be a pump, but it looked like the part that I have so many parts that look like this. I get so many parts that just look like that. I don't know if it's for an ice machine to an automobile. Here is one that is not it. I have like a dozen of these items that look so similar. I'm going to keep looking here. So, yeah, I'm just scrambling around, guys. I have to get my daily listings done, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. I have my car is loaded with stuff that I have to unload, and I think some of it is large item pickup stuff I need to put out inside of the street, which I'll do. And others, I think this is it. This is here it is. Okay, this is it. So this is a 4-wire fuel pump kit for outboard VRO fuel pump and oil injection for a 1991 to 2006 Evinrude. What the hell is that? I'm sure someone knows. Comment down below. What the hell is it? I'll probably have the answer before you comment. But, okay, I'm into this for $1.15. That's it. That's it. $1.15. So it's probably going on my secondary account. By the way, my secondary account has started to take off. While things seem to have slowed down a little bit on the main, which is sad. I don't like to see. Things have really taken off on the secondary, and it's really supplementing the lack of sales on the main account. It's what I'm seeing on my accounts So that's good news. So I'm just taking a photo of all the accessories laid out. Put that here. Get all the accessories laid out so people can clearly see them. Put them back in the baggie. And as compared to, say, summertime, man, I could stay out here all day. Probably can do a ton of videos talking to you guys if I wanted to. But to be honest with you, I'm not quite convinced that this is the format that you guys want. I mean, is this the kind of format? Is it kind of boring to listen to me ramble? I mean, because I don't really have an agenda on what I want to talk about. I'm just out here doing the work. So let me know what you guys think. The goal for me is to provide as much content as I can. But you guys know my thoughts on YouTube. It's secondary to the business, and lately it's been about finding opportunities to be able to come out here and dedicate time to make videos. Just the toughest part about it. So that's it on this one. Again, I need to weigh the box. Well, let me find this on eBay first. See what it sells for. I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. I think this could be one for the other account, but I'm still going to look it up to share with you guys what it could be. I may need to just go after we're done here talking, and I will. It's probably already ready for me in the other account because I had AI, and I have this down to a science now, guys. I'm saving myself a lot of time. So while I am doing my online sourcing, I'll take the Perplexity AI Comet browser, and I'm only logged into eBay. I'm only logged into the site that I'm sourcing on, and I'm not even logged in on Amazon. And I'm telling it to use all those sites to generate a listing from the items I just bought, so that, and not even a listing, just a draft, a very, very rudimentary draft, but it's creating a new listing from scratch. It's determining the correct category. It's copying the generic title that I have from the Amazon listing for that item, which I will go back and change. It's entering in my cost of goods for that item in the SKU, and that's it. It's saving the listing. And so I'm going back in, and I can do that manually, or I can tell it to do a series of tasks and say, okay, for this batch of drafts, go back in and make sure that all the item specifics are filled out. And that's it. Here, I have another, maybe another process to tell it to go in and create an optimized item description for that item. And that's it, right? Everything else, like pricing, I don't want to trust AI with pricing. Not going to do it. I've watched it try, and it fails miserably a lot of times. So I just want the basics, the basic things that are going to take time out of my day. So I'm still working on the other processes here. Just when time permits, I can get in here and to do that. So this here is that part that I showed you, that black part. It is selling for $124 free shipping, $89 free shipping, $99 free shipping. Someone sold this thing for $498 free shipping. I don't know what that's about, how there's such a discrepancy. Someone really, really needed that part. But it really looks like I'm going to get about 70, 80 bucks plus shipping on this. Someone did sell one for 140 plus shipping. Interesting. So good stuff. So guys, this is kind of what I do. It's boring. There's not a whole lot to it. Thankful that you guys are here with me along for the ride. I'll probably come back out here and make another video and maybe have something more to talk about. But this was just really about what I'm going through right now, giving you guys an update on what we're doing and why it's affecting us or how it's affecting us. You see the mess behind me here, all this stuff. We're going to push it out to the driveway. I don't know when. It's going to be here within the next week or two. Push it out to the driveway and then go rack by rack, like rack 7 and 9. You know, that rack that had 7 and 9 on it that blew up, it actually it fell into itself. So we removed 7 and 9, reworked the rack, and it was functional. We made it functional. Duct tape does wonders, by the way. As whacked as that sounds, that's kind of how it's being held up. That's got to go. That's going to be gone. So that's going. We're going to replace that whole side with at least one big industrial husky rack coming from the storage unit. We have these plastic racks behind me. You guys see the plastic racks right there, the black and the yellow. Those have to go too. I mean, they're doing their job. They're doing a pretty good job, but I would rather have in that spot, I'd rather have the industrial racks. So this whole argument that, Jen and I were having about, plastic versus husky. First of all, I'm not sure if the huskies would even fit in this storage unit. I've measured them out so they would fit side to side. They'd actually barely fit. But height-wise, you can see like right there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's pretty high up there. It's like 74 inches high. To be honest with you, it'll fit, but it's not going to allow me any kind of room to put anything on the top. So it's just a waste of a rack. I'd rather replace these plastic racks in here and then earmark the best ones for out there. And I can even tailor, like these racks are 5 high, right? I can, because these plastic poles come out, I can make these only 4 high racks if I want. So I can really tailor the racks to what I need out there. And that's another chore. Once we get this cleaned up, reorganized, like right now, this is on a table, and I don't know if I need this much room. I mean, I like it, but I have so much wasted space here in the corner that I probably don't need all this. So I'm thinking that I rework these tables, and these are tables I picked up for my liquidation area. When I buy liquidation, I picked them up for like $10 a table, and these are these standing adjustable desks, so I can adjust the height of them. And so I get 3 of them, adjust the height where they're the same, and then we have one big desk, one big working area. But it's functional, but it's not where I want it to be, and I feel like I'm taking too much space from space that could be earmarked for racks. I have my tools. They're in a little husky toolbox. I have this one table where my machine is sitting on. It's more of a cabinet that needs to go. So yeah, should I be doing this in Q4? Probably not, right? But once you realize that you're hemorrhaging funds towards something like a storage unit, at least in my case, I am going to try to resolve that situation. I don't want that situation anymore. So for me, it's about how do I get out from under that? It's just another bill that I'd rather have that money go towards my electric bill than to have a place where I'm not even going to more than once a month, if that. I mean, it's that infrequent that I'm going to the storage unit. I'm not adding new stuff. I'm not taking stuff because my current sourcing is that good. And I've added new sourcing over the last year, new places. So I have just a lot of options at my disposal. And while I'm finding good stuff like that printer you saw, I feel like it's kind of just a waste. It's just a waste. I feel like, Archie came and he has a carload full of stuff that he took back that he's going to sell locally. Why don't you sell it locally, John? Because John doesn't want to be, there's just one more thing that I have to deal with. I don't know if I can handle the everlasting number of messages that come across saying, is this available? It's like, well, the shit is up. So yeah, it's available. Can you imagine? And I actually did have that message on eBay. Someone messaged me on eBay saying, is this available? And it told me that it was probably something they found that was cross-referenced over to Facebook Marketplace, from eBay to Marketplace. And it cracked me up, because that's not how eBay works. That's why we don't get a lot of messages from buyers on eBay saying, is this available? Because obviously it's available, but on Marketplace, people don't take down their listings. So that's why the message comes across, is this available? Because it could have already sold. So and so when you see that message translate over to eBay, it can get kind of frustrating. We just got to kind of realize why that's happening. So I'll leave it there, guys. I want to thank you for watching the channel. Again, if you like this format, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to hear more me talk about more dedicated stuff, we can do that too. But look, I come out here and make these videos not for my health. It doesn't make me more efficient. In fact, I'm less efficient because I'm making the videos, but I do it because of the community. So if you're going to take the time out of your day to watch these videos, I would like to think that I want to at least give you a chance to help me put out the content, or the kind of content you want to watch. So any ideas, please put that information down below. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell. That will notify you when I make a random video or go live. And of course, hit that like button and get your sale within the next 24 hours. But making changes to your business because you've maybe found a leak, or maybe you're spending more than you want to on a certain thing. Maybe you've tried something to help make your business efficient, and you've realized that maybe it was the wrong move. And you're going to constantly do that as a reseller, whether it's on a very, very small thing, like maybe the kind of bubble mailers you buy, to, in my case, getting a storage unit because you really think you might need one. Well, these are all things that provide further proof that flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent rest of your day, and we will talk to you here very soon. Take care.
On Mondays and Fridays, join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast. Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy by your side. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast. Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game.